Hello and welcome back to E&J's Budgets and Stickers. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back and following up on this week's check-in here on E&J's Budget and Stickers. I noticed last week when I set up my budget, I was so nervous in that video that we forgot to finish assigning my paycheck from December 31st. So we will go ahead, finish signing out my paycheck from last week. Then we will do the check-in to make sure that the software is up to date. I do have a couple cash envelopes that I had to use this week. This one here is I carry in my purse, so this will carry any shopping that I do, anything like that I do need to update the planner and to update in that YNAB, along with any extra cash that I have. And this one here, I had to pay my tabs and that for this week. So as you see, and then this one is empty. So I do need to get that transaction updated as well. So if this is something that you'll want to see, then please stick around. I would love to have you watch me and comment below how this week's going. And we'll get into it. So in the last, my first video, in that we were talking about how I was setting up my categories and setting up my payees. And I was really concerned that the video was getting long, and with it being my first video, I was so nervous, you guys, that I totally forgot that I did not finish zeroing out my budgets, and I am so sorry for that. So taking a look at the budget, it looks like the phone bill and the internet I still need to budget for, as that comes out tomorrow. So let's go ahead, accurately reflect what I'm budgeting for. So I need $145 budgeted between the two. And I know that my bill is only going to be $127.83, but I do owe some extra and that on the phone bill because I'm currently paying off a phone. So I'm trying to get ahead so I can pay this off early. I think I have like 15 more payments to do on that phone. So I'm just trying to put some money away. So when the balance of the phone and the balance that I'm putting aside, as soon as they match, I'm going to go ahead, pay off the phone. That way my phone bill will actually be lower. So I'm going to go ahead, say 145. And that leaves $10.50. I do need to get gas today when I pick my son up from school. So I am going to go ahead and put that $10.50 into my gas tank because the weather here, it is really cold and I don't want to run the risk of my gas line freezing. So right now it is -13 where I'm currently at. And I don't like to go under a half a tank when we get that cold, just in case something happens. I don't have to travel very far to pick up my son from school, but you never know. things can happen, and I just want to make sure that the car is taken care of. So this week, for the expenses, let's get over to the household checking. And as we're looking at the categories, and then for the bills that have come out this week, the Xcel Energy bill, that did come out as expected on the 30th, and that was for the 114 14 cents. So as you see, I did check that off. The rent, that did come out as scheduled. So if we do split this out, we will see that that bill for the townhouse was the $2.95 for the reporting to the credit bureau. And I can't even tell you guys how much I love that feature, because I am currently rebuilding my credit. So by paying my rent on time and getting that reported to the credit bureau has significantly helped my credit rating. So that $2.95, I don't mind paying that a month. That is just, I love that feature. I don't feel that I'm missing out on anything, and that by not having a mortgage, because I'm still getting credit for paying my rent. Also the water, the garage, and then the physical rent for the townhouse, all of that did come out. So I'm going to go ahead, mark that as cleared. And as expected, my American Family, my renter's insurance, that did come out on the 3rd, and it was for the $167.80. So I'm going to go ahead, approve that transaction. I'm also going to clear that down. And because I used a sinking funds, the car maintenance, which I think I'm going to change that envelope in that to have it its own envelope. So I'll make another one because my car maintenance, I should just really keep this as the car maintenance. So like if I need an oil change or tires, or something serious happens with the car, the money that is in here is dedicated for that, and not my yearly expenses for my car tab. So I'll probably make a new cash envelope, and then for my tabs. And if you guys want, I would be happy to make that into a video of how I make my cash envelopes and share that with you guys. Let me know if that is something you're interested in. I don't mind sharing. But my tabs this year, they are going down, because if we look at the budget, the tabs that I had said that I needed, I went off of last year's registration, and last year I needed $280.25. This year I only needed $217.15. So as the older my car gets, the less I have to pay in tabs. So next year it will even be cheaper. But I'm going to go ahead and make this adjustment just because I'm not going to need 280 next year. I think I'm going to put away let's say, I'll say 200, and hopefully that will be enough to get us by. And I also need to update the when I need it by. So I'm going to say December 1st. Oh boy, I am. Okay, here we go. I'm in the right year now. So there we go. And it does repeat once a year. I'll go ahead, save that. And now it's telling me to reach this $200 goal. Every month I need to put away $16.67 to have that $200 by the end of the year. So that is really reasonable and something that I think I can do. Let me get in my sticker for today, that so I don't forget to update for the gas, because like I said, this year is going to be all about accountability and really seeing where my money is going, because things are a little tight and I really need to track everything, see where everything's going, get a feel, and see if there's something that I maybe need to change in my budget. So let's go ahead and I will check off that I've paid the tabs, and that came out of the sinking funds. And I had to go grocery shopping a little bit as my son needed some snacks for school. So we went and picked him up some stuff for this week. So we spent $32.06. That is what this is here. That was our trip to the grocery store. And so in this sinking fund, that leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4. I have $5, and that will just, I'll have it in my wallet, and that, so if I need to get a soda, or if he wants to get a treat when we're at the gas station, we can go ahead and do that. So that takes care of my couple cash envelopes that I have. I will probably do another formal cash stuffing. Let's see, I get paid on the 7th, so probably sometime next week, and that I'll probably do a cash stuffing envelope for my sinking funds. And that's just a reminder that today I'm getting gas. So let's go back to the household and just make sure that we have everything. So that was taken care of. The tabs. Okay, so I need to put in the transaction for the grocery store, and that was done on the 5th. And that was 3206. So I'll save that. And that has cleared as well. So I'll go ahead and clear that transaction. So that takes care of all the expenses that need to be tracked, because the tabs and the renter's insurance, those were sinking funds. And so those two I will start refilling it at this year. So by the end of next year, well, I guess it's more towards the beginning of next year is when those are due, because this will be due on the 3rd again of next year. And same with the tabs. I can pick those up anywhere from December through, I believe I want to say the 11th of this month, and that to pick up the tabs. But we'll go ahead, start tracking those again. And then I ended up getting some really good news because my credit rating is improving, and my 6-month premium for my car insurance, that is actually going to go down. So I'm going to make that adjustment here. So instead of paying $540.70, my insurance agent sent me a quick notice letting me know actually how much my bill was going to be due. And that is going to be $515.80. So that's about a $25 savings. Let's see. 540, 70, subtract 15. Oh, no. So that's a $34.90 savings that I will actually save because the driving, Know Your Drive or something like that. I forget the program that they have, but that went up a few more points. And then also because my credit rating has improved also, that is also going to make my insurance rates also drop. So I'm going to go ahead, save that. That was a welcomed email, and that I did get from my insurance agency, letting me know that there is going to be a drop within my premiums for the next 6 months. So that is awesome. And these I'm still working on. I think I'm going to keep these as my reflection for the month, and that this box I'm going to use like a penny for your thought. And as my channel grows, I think I'm going to keep track of my numbers here and any goals that I have. And that is about all that I have scheduled for this these couple pages. I did like last year basically just reflecting on how the month went, where I struggled, what were some wins, and that I just really use this page as a reflection for the month. So I think I'm going to go ahead, keep that this year. I'm currently working on designing a sticker for these to put in. And my sidebar, I'm going to tally up and that when the month is done to know exactly like how much my bills were, what did I spend in my sinking funds, and then also my debt, and that just keeping track of where my debt is at. And I'm just taking a look just to double check that I did not forget anything, because that when I ended the video last week, I could not believe I did that. So I'm going to take just an extra moment just to make sure that that doesn't happen again. So yes, we are completely down to a zero-based budget. And now we're looking at like the rent. So we see what's been assigned, we see the activity, and we're showing, you know, that has come out. So we're good. Like I said, the phone and internet, that is coming out tomorrow. And okay, that reflects right there. And yes, it has the internet and phone. And I think that'll do it, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And as I went ahead, updated my bookkeeping in YNAB along with my planner. And this is why I use the two different things, because my planner, and that I'm able to keep track of my sinking funds, and YNAB, I keep track of like the electronics and stuff like that. So my planner, and that is my record keeper. It has everything, no matter if it's electronic or if it's sinking funds. And YNAB basically helps me and keep track of what I need to set aside every month to have enough for when my sinking funds are due. So again, guys, thank you so much. And that if you have subscribed to my channel and if you're still hanging out with me, much appreciated. And next week, when I do my check-in, it will probably be on the 14th. That is my very first pay period in that of January. So we'll go ahead and take a look and see what, what our money needs to do from that pay period through the 28th. And we will go ahead, budget out that. We'll do a check-in, update any spending that happens during the week. And hopefully you guys have a great week, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.